Hi, Mill River educators. Just here to kind of check in with regards to our plan moving forward with regards to having a distance learning delivery model for instruction. And so you should have already received a memo from me, which also has links to a number of documents. And so what I'm going to talk about right now is really an extension of what's in that memo and those documents. The overriding thing is, we're just going to do the best that we can at this juncture with regards to providing instruction for students. As you know, things have been happening extremely quickly. We've put together a plan. You're going to get a lot of communication from Dave and other administrators around what our next steps are. But I just want to talk a little bit about what it is that we're going to try to have students do. As I mentioned, the overriding expectation is just to do the best that you can, and that's what we're all going to be doing. And so we know none of this is going to be perfect. We're going to use the resources that we have to provide the best education we can given the circumstances. So a couple of things to keep in mind is we want the work to be meaningful. So it should be connected with something that students had already been working on or that you intended for them to work on, and it should be connected with specific performance indicators and learning targets. It should also be trackable, and this doesn't apply to everything that you send home. Some of the work is going to be just formative and practice, but some should be something that you will collect and can assess, score, and ultimately enter into PowerSchool. And this is something that the governor heavily emphasized, is the importance of the trackability of some of the student work so that we can measure progress to a certain degree. And then finally, we want to make sure that what we're doing is viable both for students but also for yourself as well. We don't want to overextend anybody. We want to be realistic with what it is that we put in the hands of students, and also what is manageable for all of you, knowing that it's more than just you doing this instruction, that you're going to be watching your own children and taking care of yourselves as well. So again, flexibility is key with all of this. Again, in the memo, it explains things in a little more nuance. Please take a look at the documents that are linked at the bottom of that memo. One of the things to keep in mind is that there's going to be kind of high-tech and low-tech options with how we approach this. Some of you are very familiar with a wide variety of platforms, and that's awesome. You can continue moving forward with those if your students are comfortable with that. Those who have not used a bunch of technology before, there's going to be kind of lower tech options, via email, hard copies, phone calls, etc., that we can also leverage. So there's no one right or wrong way to do this. The emphasis is that we're doing distance learning, not online learning. Some students will be doing online learning, but that is not the case for all students. As we move forward, there's going to be a variety of resources and supports available to you. In the meantime, you can reach out to Joe Bertolini, Ann Oz, or Karen McCullough if you have kind of technology support needs. Definitely reach out to your principals, because though we have some district guidance, a lot of this is also going to be kind of led by building principals. So I would also recommend that you go to them with kind of your building specific questions. More communications to come from myself, Dave, and many others. But I just want to say thank you in advance for all your hard work.